Hello and welcome to our fifth day of Unlocking You 2.0, talking about how to release expectations. We're talking about something interesting today, and we're talking about discarding fixed fantasies. And you might be thinking what that means. So, Spencer, take it away. Tell us what uh, what does that really mean?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Bally. So what exactly is a fixed fantasy, right? Like, no, it's not that. Don't, it's not that what you're thinking.
Too
But
early in the morning for that.
exactly. But what is it? It's so these fixed fantasies. They're things that we have in our mind. They're almost like statements, kind of placed in our mind. Whether it's from parents, people of authority, society in general over the generations. Like, so let's just say, for example, um, what did you learn from your parents? We can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are evil. So they're these statements in our mind that we've learned from other people, from other people in our society, other people who have
Yeah.
authority over us. They're these statements in our mind that we kind of believe to be true and kind of just take for granted
Mhm.
that they're that way, and that we don't really think about it, and it's just kind of automatic. But today, if we're talking about, if you want to be successful, it's like we got to adjust some of those, right? Whether
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
consciously or subconsciously. And today, my segment, I wanted to talk about how, I don't know if you knew this or not, in the body code and emotion code, you can actually check and see how much you believe one of these statements. Let's say you were told all the time, we can't afford that, or rich people are evil. Through muscle testing, you can actually ask your body, you on a scale of 0 to 100%, how much do I actually believe this statement? And if because the thing
Spencer,
is,
just for fun, I'm
yeah,
going to pause you there for a second. Just for fun, let's take this statement. We can't afford this.
yeah.
Let's test quickly. How much does my body believe that statement?
Okay, so let's see. So can I be a proxy for you, Ballwinder? Yes, I can. Okay, so this is the ring and ring method, in case you're wondering. So give me Eskimino. Which statement was it? The people,
We can't afford this.
we can't afford that. Okay, so yes, So my name is Ballwinder. Good. So Ballwinder, on a scale of 0 to 100%, how much do you believe this statement? We can afford. We can't afford that. Is it at least 50? Yes, Is it at least 50%? Oh no. Yes, at least 60%. 50 to 60%. Yes, is it 50? Is or 50 to 55, 55 to 60, 55, 56, 57, 58%. Not ideal. Could be better, could be worse. But that's
Yes.
one example of something that might be holding you back. And there's various statements throughout the thing. So one thing I really encourage you to do is take maybe 10, 15 minutes, just
Mhm.
sit aside a little bit and start writing down a little list of all these things that your parents used to say to you, the people in authority used to say to you, and start to question it and be like, huh, do I believe that? And like, just kind of
Yeah.
think of these automatic things, because the cool thing is we can check and see how much you actually believe that statement. Because if it's a negative statement and you believe it at a high capacity, no matter, you can think consciously all day you want to make all kinds of money, but if you think rich people are evil, guess what? You're not going
Yeah.
to want to become rich, because rich people are evil. I'm not evil. I don't want to be evil, right?
Yeah.
Um, so so do that, make this little list, and then
Mhm.
check out how to check out a video on how to release trapped emotions, or come and connect with us. Come see me. Just reach out to me and I'll do a treatment for you, and a complimentary session, and we can work out some money. You know what I mean? Like, there's lots of different ways you
Yeah.
can do it, and it works with statements as well as the affirmations. It works for affirmations too. Who out there has heard about affirmations and be positive and
Yeah.
create these statements? Well, the way I look at about emotion code and body code is, there's two ways to get to a location. You can
Mhm.
walk, or you can take a direct flight.
Yeah.
And when I look at the emotion code and body code, if you can find out how much percent you actually believe in the statement, let's say it's a positive statement, like I create anything in my life, or I make $10,000 a month, and
Mhm.
you want to get from here to here, and you're at 6%.
Yeah.
you're subconsciously you only believe it's 6%. Well, we can go through and remove the imbalances to get you up to
Hmm.
100%. And then boom, as if so it's like your subconscious automatically goes there, and then
Yeah.
we just kind of, we can kind of work things through that way. So once your subconscious believes it, that
Yes.
it's so much better. So with that, that's my segment. What do you
Hmm.
what do you have to say, Balwinder, about these fixed fantasies?
All right. So when it comes to fixed fantasies, think of a lot like stereotypes. Like you know, um, we when we hear stereotypes, we start to fall into a trap of expectations, and you don't want to fall into this trap. So think of like the stereotype of women are meant to be at home with the kids and helping raise the kids and cooking and cleaning, and we don't hear that now as much as we did 40, 50 years ago. But again, that's a stereotype, and what happens is these stereotypes develop into expectations. Or men are the breadwinner, or uh, maybe they're cultural stereotypes, whatever it may be. You don't want to fall victim to them, and you don't want to fall into the trap of that, because what happens is now your mind starts to create expectations around these statements. So what do you do? Throw these statements out the window, disregard them, make sure that you don't believe them. If you're having a tough time disregarding a statement, then maybe you need to get an emotion code or body code session from Spencer. Uh, I'm still shocked that my belief is we can afford this is at 58%. Need to work on that, Spencer. So um,
After.
I want to talk to you about something, and it relates to education. So here's the thing: is that when we go to school and we get, I put in quotation marks, educated, we learn systems and policies and formats and the way to do things. But sometimes those, formats, policies, way to do things are not the be all end all. And so there's a huge difference between schooling and education. And what happens is when we go to school and we have to go through these courses and programs and we get graded, what's crazy is that there could be more than one right response. But what happens is if you've put something outside of that spectrum, that in the teacher's book or in the exam guide or whatever it may be, is that this is the right answer, even though your response may be correct theoretically, if technically it's not, it's marked wrong. And so this is what these fixed fantasies are very much like, is that there's things that maybe come up that are rules or are, things that need to be followed when maybe you went to school. But when you get into the real world and start educating yourself, and when you read books and you educate yourself through experience and through knowledge of others or others' experiences, that education sometimes trumps and overpowers what you learned in school.
Sometimes.
And what happens is you get these expectations, you get these expectations about, um, trying to think of the right word here, but you create an expectation of a rule
Hmm.
or a way to do things or a formula or a strategy that you were taught in school maybe or by an elder. But the reality is what you've learned through experience proves that to be wrong. And so you don't want
Hmm.
to fall trapped to those things. And you want to just, again, have that clear mind whenever you go into things, whenever you decide to do something, be very clear about what it is that you're trying to achieve, what you want to do, and and don't have an expected result. Okay.
Hmm.
So with that said, anything else, Spencer, you want to add?
Yeah, and well, that was great. And the only other thing that I would say is just exactly what you're talking about, right? Because I think of the quote, don't let your exactly what you said is like don't let your schooling get in the way of your education. Education is all
Mhm.
around us. It's all the stuff we learn through our experience. Whereas schooling is like very much here is your box. You need to know these specific
Mhm.
facts. You need to know, this specific like whatever it is.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
there's so many things in school that they don't teach you about that you gain from experience. And
Mhm.
a statement might be, oh, I have to go to this Ivy League college or I have to go to university to get a job to make my career kind of thing. And it's like that paradigm shift is kind of on the way out. It's been out for a while, and
Yeah.
it's a paradigm shift that we need to kind of release that. Exactly what you're saying is just kind of negate that and start going for the other experiences in our life. So that's the only other thing I like. Really, it's the same thing you said. I'm just regurgitating the same information. But aside from that, that's all we have for today. Honestly, if you like what we do here, if you like the information we're providing, if you like the conscious, the subconscious stuff, come check out what we're doing. Let us know. Reach out to us. Send us a message, say, hey, because both Ballwinder and I are looking to do some free coaching calls or some free emotion code body code sessions. We're here so reach out. We'd love to be able to connect with you and provide that complimentary session just to really help out with what's going on in your life right now, and kind of helps you find some solutions out there to whatever it is that you're going through. And so first and foremost, check out this website, insideoutcoachingprogram.com. You can watch a couple of videos there that are just incredible, that are yeah, check this out. That are just incredible, and they'll really start to kind of light that fire underneath you. And we actually just had an incredible webinar last night. We're doing something that no one's ever done in the course of history, where we're bringing these two things together, and we're really just finding solutions for your guys' challenges. And so go check it out. It's www.2020recoverymanual.com, and you can register there. You can get a replay of the webinar for the next couple, I think 2 more days, I think is what it's up for right now. But
48 hours.
48 hours, and you can really just get a clear look of how you can change your life for the rest of 2020 and beyond, emotionally, financially, relationships, all that kind of stuff. So with that, did you have anything else to say?
That's it. Thank you very much, everyone. I really enjoyed this week about expectations, and we'll be back next week with something else. If there's something you want us to talk about, let us know. We'd love to talk about it. Thanks, everyone. Have an awesome day.
See you guys.